He wasn't in a bunker. He wasn't on a battlefield. He was at his daughter's house, and somehow they still found him. The strike that killed Ali Larijani wasn't just another airstrike. It was precise, intentional, and deeply revealing because it tells us something uncomfortable about how wars are being fought today. This wasn't the first time over the past few years Israel has carried out a series of strikes that all seem to follow a pattern. Not random targets, not infrastructure, but people. Very specific people. Senior commanders, security officials, scientists, decision makers. Entire layers of leadership have been removed in moments. In Gaza, much of the Hamas high command was systematically targeted. In Lebanon, Hezbollah leadership was hit in coordinated strikes, and now inside Iran, even high-level figures are no longer out of reach. At first glance, these look like isolated operations, but step back and a pattern begins to emerge. This is not just warfare, it's something more precise, more deliberate. It's what military strategists call decapitation strikes. The idea is very simple. You don't destroy the entire system, you remove the people who run it. Because when leadership disappears, systems don't just weaken, they stall, they fragment, they lose direction. And if you look closely, that's exactly what these strikes are doing. Not overwhelming force, not large-scale invasions, just carefully chosen moments, carefully chosen targets. And this raises a more difficult question. How is this even possible? Because finding someone like Larijani inside a private residence, that's not luck, that's not guesswork, that's intelligence, deep, layered, persistent intelligence. It likely begins long before the strike itself, tracking movements, mapping routines, understanding patterns, who meets whom, where they go, when they feel safe. There are multiple layers to this. Human source on the ground, electronic surveillance, signal interception, and then something even more subtle, prediction. That's right. Because once you have enough data, you don't just track someone, an individual. You begin to anticipate them. And by the time the strike happens, the hardest part is already over. In some cases, reports suggest even more advanced operations, covert positioning, drones placed inside enemy territory, air defenses neutralized before the first missile is even launched. Which means what we are seeing is not just precision targeting, it's precision planning executed over weeks, sometimes months and years, and the scale of it is what makes it even more striking. Multiple leaders eliminated in a single window. Entire command structures disrupted almost instantly, not by accident, but by design and strategy. This is not about hitting a target, it's about dismantling a system. And that's where the story becomes bigger than just one strike or one country, because this isn't Israel's strategy. It's a glimpse into how modern warfare is evolving. Wars are no longer defined by territory alone. They are not just fought across borders, they are fought inside networks, inside systems, and inside leadership structures where information matters more than numbers, where timing matters more than scale, and when knowing where someone is matters more than how many troops you have on ground. And maybe that's the most unsettling part of it all. If leadership can be tracked, predicted, and removed with this level of precision, then the idea of a safe zone starts to disappear. Because in this kind of a war, distance doesn't protect you, secrecy doesn't guarantee safety, and power is no longer just about how strong you are, it's about how visible you are. Because the strike that killed Larijani wasn't just about eliminating a target, it was a signal that in modern warfare, the battlefield is no longer a place, it's a network. And once you are inside it, there's nowhere left to hide. I'm Abhijit, and you are watching DNA Explained.